One of the more common questions I got when I was making my videos about the atrocities that happened by the Japanese military was the role of comfort women. And just as a trigger warning, these are some rather gruesome details, as well as I'll be discussing SA. After the massacre of Nanjing, the Japanese military wanted to stop events like this from ever happening again. Not necessarily because they're worried of what was happening, but more so because they're concerned about criticism from abroad. The solution was to create comfort women in order to stop the Japanese soldiers from behaving so recklessly and also to limit the spread of disease. But according to the Japanese historian Yoshimi, this had the opposite effect. It's estimated that as many as 200,000 to 400,000 women were forced into these brothels. Many of these women came from China, Korea, or many other areas that were under Japanese control. There were even European women who were taken. While some of the women were prostitutes that were hired by the Japanese military, many of these women were forced into it. They were either tricked into it or they were kidnapped. In some cases, they had a middleman who put out advertisements for nursing positions or else positions in military posts. When the women arrived, unfortunately, they were forced into brothels. Their treatment was extremely cruel. They were often referred to by Japanese soldiers as public toilets. They were forced upon repeatedly during the day and night, and there's one survivor who mentioned that she was forced upon 30 to 40 times a day for an entire year. A lot of women end up taking their own life to escape the emotional and physical trauma. If these women were taken from occupied areas, it is often the case that they also had to deal with the emotional trauma of their family being murdered. One woman describes that her father was skinned alive before she was taken. It should also be noted that many of these women were minors, and those who did survive often suffered infertility either due to the extreme physical trauma or due to disease. Many of these women were unfortunately killed when they were forced to accompany the soldiers to the front lines. Also, they were killed by the Japanese soldiers if they were forced to retreat. The Japanese did not want any of their secrets falling into Allied hands, so they would either kill the comfort woman or they'd force the comfort woman to take their own lives. Again, the aim of these comfort women was to stop the Japanese soldiers from forcing themselves upon women and to stop the spread of disease. Again, both of these failed. The Japanese military even held classes on how to run brothels and, more disgustingly, how to deal with the, shelf life of a woman. In 1992, Japan finally apologized, and there are many memorials around the world for the scores of women and girls who were forced into such terrible and horrific conditions.